Okay, so what happens when spirituality, something that's supposed to be a source of meaning, actually becomes a source of threat? Well, in this explainer, we're going to explore that exact question. And we'll introduce a really gentle, trauma-informed framework for recovery. It's one that helps you rebuild meaning, but this time on your own terms. Let's just start right here with this core idea, because honestly, it's the foundation for everything we're about to talk about. It's a simple but pretty radical idea, right? That meaning and fear don't actually have to be connected. It's like a permission slip to open the door to a whole new relationship with your deepest beliefs. All right, so to really understand the path forward, we first got to look back. We need to compassionately define the problem, and that problem is what we're calling fear-based spirituality. So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, it means your spiritual journey isn't framed by wonder or curiosity, it's framed by danger. The core assumption, deep down, is that you can't be trusted with your own awareness. Instead, you have to be controlled by an external system of rules and, you guessed it, threats. Now, what's so fascinating here is how all these features work together. They're not random. They systematically train your nervous system to distrust itself. You start to become hypervigilant, you feel this chronic shame, and you become dependent on that outside authority for any sense of safety. Your own intuition? Well, that slowly gets relabeled as rebellion or maybe just weakness. So what is the actual long-term impact of this kind of spiritual conditioning? The framework we're exploring today, Arreqqana, has a really interesting take. It doesn't see this as some kind of moral failing or a lack of faith on your part. No, it sees it as a direct physiological response from your nervous system. And this is the crucial point. RTS isn't seen as a problem of belief, it's seen as a developmental injury. Your body did exactly what it was trained to do to survive in what felt like a high-threat environment. It's an adaptive survival strategy that, has simply outlived its original context. And this table, it's such a compassionate shift in perspective. Instead of seeing these really painful symptoms as personal flaws, the framework just reframes them as logical, totally predictable trauma responses. That panic you might feel around doubt, that's not a sign of weak faith. It's a conditioned threat response that your body learned to keep you safe. Okay, so now that we've defined the problem and we've really looked at its impact, let's pivot to the solution. The Arreqqana way offers a different path, a framework that's built not on fear, but on restoring safety, choice, and your own internal awareness. This slide shows the fundamental shift, the philosophical pivot. The goal is no longer to find the right set of external beliefs to make you feel safe. Instead, the focus shifts inward. It's about cultivating a sense of alignment and integrity, coherence between your awareness, your body, and your actions. So instead of trying to control behavior with fear, this approach offers structure through reflection. It replaces all those rigid rules with tools for self-understanding. The goal shifts from trying to be good to simply becoming more aware. So, where do you even begin with all this? Well, this framework offers immediate, really practical tools. They're designed to interrupt a fear loop and bring you right back to the present moment, safely inside your own body. This first one is such a powerful anchor. You know that wave of spiritual fear or sudden anxiety that can just hit you? This simple sentence can interrupt that spiral and remind your nervous system that the threat is not actually in the room with you right now. And here's a tool for that feeling of being watched, that kind of internalized surveillance. It's a reminder that your own awareness, the part of you that's just noticing, is a safe and non-judgmental space. Being honest with yourself is not a crime. This line, it just gives you permission to just be with an emotion. In a fear-based system, difficult feelings are often seen as problems to be solved or prayed away immediately. This offers a totally different path, simple presence. And this final tool is so crucial for de-escalation. It helps you create a distinction between a threat your body remembers from the past and the actual safety of your present environment. It names the experience for what it is. It's a memory, not a current event. For those moments of dissociation, when you feel disconnected or kind of floaty, this simple 5-step practice called Na Kara can gently guide your attention back. And notice how it starts with the body, not with belief. The goal here is simply to reestablish your body as a safe place to be. So what does this recovery look like in the long term? The framework maps it out, not as some kind of test that you can pass or fail, but as a gentle journey of maturation. This journey is really paced and logical. See how it begins with the most urgent need, restoring a sense of safety in your own skin. It's only then that it moves toward rebuilding your internal authority, and eventually to a place where you can construct a spiritual or ethical framework that feels supportive and expansive, not demanding and restrictive. We want to leave you with this final quote. Think of it as a powerful diagnostic tool for your path forward. As you encounter new ideas or maybe revisit old ones, you can ask yourself this simple question. It recenters your authority and helps you figure out what is truly life-giving versus what is just, well defended. And we'll just end on that question. It's an invitation, really. An invitation to reflect on the space, the creativity, and the self-trust that can emerge when you gently and at your own pace start to reclaim your own awareness.